on the changes for Toronto. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Howard. Aminu comes in for Mike Scott. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Chris Paul. Millsap with the double team. Kicks it to Aminu. The lead now in single digits. And that's 11 points for Paul Pierce. Westbrook dishes to Richardson. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so that brings the first half to... Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
What a performance from Millsap here. 19 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points, knocking those free throws down, and helping your team any way you can.
Russell Westbrook out there with Richardson. Then there's Perkins. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Paul goes in, and it's Pierce in the corner. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Millsap. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. First free throw is good.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons, and while they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
Scott the pass to DeRozan, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity. But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said, we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. And for the Hawks, with that playoff streak, for a team, Steve, that has missed the playoffs in the 8 seasons prior, That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has shown consistent winning basketball now over the last 6-7 years. They've shed some of their marquee players, suffered some big injuries, but they've still found a way to remain competitive.
Westbrook kicks to Millsap. Knocked loose. Richardson dishes to Millsap. Second shot opportunity. Millsap left side. Millsap left side. Goes up again. He takes it up and plays it in. Millsap's got 23 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
4-on-3 break. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Back to Westbrook. Millsap against Howard. Kicks it out to Richardson. And Chris Paul picks up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Burks, he's checked in for Richardson. Westbrook passes to Millsap. Lets it go from deep. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 8 points.
The defense sagged off, and he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Toronto calls timeout.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They're just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. Good time to use a timeout here.
Atlanta making a switch here. Scott with a screen on Westbrook. He used that pick to get in close. 11 points for Chris Paul.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Here's Millsap. Banked in off the glass. Millsap's got 25 points. Raptors trailed by 11. Paul kicks to DeRozan. Paul with the screen for DeRozan. And he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Millsap's got 8 here in the quarter.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
And DeRozan throws it down hard. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Pass to Novak. The 3. Nice D from DeRozan.
Well contested shot, and they did an extra. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that fun.
Yeah, that will definitely pick up this team. He knew exactly what he was doing when he went for that slam.
Sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, Dwight Howard, one of the more criticized stars over the past few seasons. He says he's motivated by his critics, and he's had more than a few. Howard playing with a chip on his shoulder. He feels he has a lot to prove.
And the Hawks making a change here. Batum's checked in. Dishes to Westbrook. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
He's trying to shoot his way out of it, guys, and as long as they're in the lead, he's going to continue to try to find his rhythm.
Now Paul. 11 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
And for Dwight in Orlando, I think he might have done some things differently. But Los Angeles was a tough situation, not really of his making. That was created by external forces, I think. And once he did decide to leave, it got worse. And really was beyond his control in many ways. His toughness was questioned, his basketball IQ kind of became a personal attack on him, which wasn't quite fair. A little bit, I can understand why he might hold the grudge.
Deflects the pass. And stolen by Howard.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark's power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The Hawks leading. Outside Westbrook. To the wing right side. Five on the clock. Tries to snap the cold streak. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And for Dwight Howard, there are always going to be ruffled feathers when you leave a city behind. Certainly that was the case in Orlando and Los Angeles.
Yeah, and there may have been some indecision as well that led to that media frenzy. The story just wouldn't go away. But I think in the end, he ended up exactly where he needed to be, with an up-and-coming team, in a good city, in a comfortable environment with a good young talent base around him.
Batum with the ball. Al Pierce defending. Here's Millsap, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Scott's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Pierce on the wing. To tie, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Aminu comes in for Mike Scott. And McCollum subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. The Hawks trailing. And here's Westbrook. McGee sets the pick for Westbrook. Shot to stop the drought. And he slams that one down. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug of war, back and forth affair. But if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but it's an evenly matched game.
And again, no good by Toronto.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
For the first time in a long time, it seems that the Raptors have a clear vision of where they are headed and are on the right track, and it helps when you know where you're going. You can definitely feel a sense of hopefulness and optimism around on this team and among the fans.
Atlanta making some changes. Perkins comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Thompson in for Paul Millsap. Westbrook dishes to Perkins. And Batum kicks to Burks. And he's good on the 3-ball. Burks has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Hawks. Well, if you were to say the Raptors weren't good before last year, that's not the case at all. They just seem to be stuck where they were.
Yeah, and often in the NBA, it's a lot worse to be stuck in a place than it is to be bad. You don't have a chance to bounce forward if you're stuck. When you're bad, you do get a chance to improve through the draft. And last year, the Raptors improved, and they've got a bright future.
Westbrook passes to Burks. The offensive rebound. And it's blocked. And another shot. That one goes. Count it. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all